So it's looking like it's starting you off with a couple fields ready to harvest, but I'll usually, when I start up a game, it always starts with a bunch of equipment. I try and choose the equipment that I want, and I mean that helps out with your money, that helps out with the slot counts and whatnot. So kind of see what equipment I have working with, either by the garage or by, if I like this, if it's already here, I'll check it out, see what I got, see what I'm gonna end up keeping. I already said this is gonna be a Case International farm, so I'll wind up getting rid of all of the tractors probably, and then sometimes I'll do all the work with them first and then sell them. Sometimes I just start selling them off the bat. That's another reason why I turn the time way down, because I'm kind of screwing around, and hopefully this isn't boring. But so we got a Massey there. We got what the hell is it? I don't even know what this thing is. We'll have to check the map what that is, because I'm not even sure if that's a cultivator or windrow or what the deuce that is. Because yeah, this is probably our cultivator. So there, and we got a fertilizer spreader. We got a subsoiler plow thing, and we got a surprisingly kind of nice trailer. 30-foot plus. So some of these, like, yeah, so there's even mods that I don't even have. I don't even have this mod, I don't think. Then we got our little pickup over there, buy station. Is this a buy station? I think that's gonna be a buy station. Then we got another tractor, front loader and stuff. We got a stone picker. Good. We already start off with a Case harvester, so we don't have to change up the harvester. We still probably potentially will, but same thing. I mean, obviously I'm going to change up the header, so I have a tool height control header, so I can harvest a lot quicker. So I mean that's what we're rocking with as far as equipment. You got the two Masseys, you got the harvester, the truck. We got a trailer that I don't have the mod for, so that's kind of cool. We got a 30-foot trailer that looks like it's going to hold 43,000 liters of all the stuffs. Header that we'll get rid of the stone picker. So that's a mulcher. We may end up keeping that just because we obviously aren't going to have Case International equipment, but we'll end up getting rid of probably we'll see, because there's a bale limit increase in here too, and not sure if I'm going to use, like, for example, wheel loaders or skid steers and stuff like that, or I'll need this stuff. But I guess it's probably one of those things where these things probably don't hurt to have. So I'm just going to plop that up right there. And then going to get rid of the stone picker. Hopefully there's that stone's already on my fields. Oops. So this is two pieces of equipment I can start by getting rid of. We got a gas pump going on right there. Said the crop growth, I think, was kind of adapted to the area. The field prices are as kind of close to real life prices. This is kind of as close to life as it could be. So it'll probably make people angry making a Case farm, but what are you gonna do? So these are gonna be our two fields, it looks like. Have they got any fertilizer or anything going on them? No fertilizer. Needs lime. Same story, no fertilizer. We'll see if we end up plowing them. Since I have plowing turned off, but a lot of times I'll at least plow the first time, just to get if it does show up on the soil composition menu, I can get rid of it. I think there's supposed to be collectibles on the map. So, let's get this stuff over here and sell that stuff. No collectibles down in there. Where's the, where did I lose the trigger? Am I parked on the trigger? No. Alright, so, let's sell this stuff. 45 grand for that, 84 grand for that. I forgot to look what my slot count was beforehand. We're at 7 sets, so we were probably just over 800 or something to start. So we got rid of those guys. Turn his beacon on. And then I guess I'll keep the mulcher for now. Which cedar was that? I think that's a good cedar. So it's not that's a good cedar. That might be all the equipment we get rid of, because the mulcher, same thing. We might as well keep it just to have a mulcher. The cedar, that's a good cedar. Pretty good width. Holds a lot, but it's not like I don't know what the word I'm looking for. You have to plow and all that stuff. Fertilizer, usually I would pick my own, but I'm not going to check to see if it has anything in it or not. So let's take him, let's get rid of this guy. Then we'll probably have to jump in the harvester, drive him down, sell him, sell a header, or at least sell a header so we can get a fast farming header. So I'll see you guys in a minute after I sell this guy and the header trailer and or harvester as well. Alright, so I sold all that stuff including the pickup. Left myself with just the harvester and some of that equipment. So we just have the harvester and all that equipment. So the cultivator, the seeder, the fertilizer spreader. I left that stuff. We're down to 738 slots. We have $470,000. So then I'll usually go and buy the equipment that I'm going to use or need or whatnot. So I'm gonna start assembling as much of that as I can. Obviously we're going to replace the header. I'm not going to get a trailer unless I have to, or I might get another modded one that I have and a smaller header, since I have the tool I control and I can harvest 3 times, 4 times as fast as anyway. It doesn't matter how big the header is really. Well, I mean it does, but anyway. I'm going to try and get a corn header too, so we can get corn eventually, so we can turn that into cracked corn and all that stuff. And then truck to drive around in, and anything else I need, I'll be back in a second, and we'll start heading back to the farm, and that might be it, or we might start farming. We'll see you in a minute. Alright, so that's totally different now too. I just went into the shop to buy my first header, 7.5 foot carries Terraflex. And your shop menu is totally different. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool, and then it goes back to your regular shop. Alright, you guys probably already saw in the beginning of the video, I think that's my grout sticker, that's kind of neat. Got all my equipment to replace my other stuff, got the 7.5 meter header tool I control, so I did not buy a header trailer, so hopefully I can fit around wherever I need to fit around. Got the corn header, and got some tractors, and we got ourselves an XJ, so I guess now the first order of business would be to start harvesting, because we don't have any animals to feed or anything like that, because some maps lately have been starting you out with a ton of animals. So I guess first let's jump back up and since the fields are right there, let's just jump back up in here and try and pick this stuff up. At least there's enough room back here. A lot of the maps like to do this though and stick the all the equipment in backwards so you can't pick it up. So let's get ourselves this header over here. Start heading on down to the fields. I can definitely fit through there, so there's going to be no worries with that. And then what was this place? Raisins. 80,000 to buy. To make some grape juice and whatnot. Let's get on over the field. Oops. Let's get on over the first field and get ourselves ready to be set up. And then I'll see you guys over again in a second after I start assembling the rest of the equipment, because I'm gonna need I do need a lime spreader, right? Yeah, I'm gonna need a lime spreader. I usually get the same one all the time, so we'll need that, and we'll go from there. See where we go from here. Alright, I got myself a couple of fertilizer spreaders. This guy's the one I'm going to use for lime, because you go through lime a lot quicker. And then I did notice, I thought I bought license plates on everything else, but I didn't realize I had to put the placement like I've never done before, so none of them actually saved. And then I bought this guy for fertilizer. Hopefully he doesn't weigh him down when he fills up. And then I'll usually put down one of the multi-fruit buying stations, or now that we have the free fieldwork one, put down one of those. I was on Sunlenger and that kept on crashing my map every time I try to place something down, so hopefully we don't have any complications here, because I think I'm going to get rid of, for now at least, I'm going to get rid of this thing, which doesn't say what's in it, but I'm guessing that's a buying station. And we're going to get rid of the house and then get new stuff. So we'll go over in our construction thing and should be able to demolish the stuff. And then forgot to show that $182,000 right now. So let's go with that for $0. Do you want to sell lime seed fertilizer mineral? Okay, so yeah, okay, I will. And then wrong way. Not getting rid of that. Then we're gonna get rid of the house too, because I'm gonna put a different one down. So 75 grand for that. Alright, so now we're back up to $257,000. But now we're gonna need something to replace the silo. I'm gonna stick it over here by our actual silo. I'm gonna get those over here. So I'm gonna get a free field workstation here. Hopefully it doesn't crash my game. Perfect. Screwed up the ground a little bit because I never level things out, but that makes things more fun. And then actually I think I have been kind of putting them in combination with the multi-fruit buying station, which I used to always use in every one. This one, the multi-bright, because in case I need to get TMR or anything like that later on, I can't buy that out of the black fielder one. Well, that's really going to screw up the ground with less. Try and find a little bit flatter location for this one. It's not looking good so far, so we're really gonna, because I don't ever flatten things out beforehand, so, I mean, there was one thing over here, so it should be fairly flat over here, right? But I kind of wanted to tuck it away from there anyway, in case I wanted to put more sheds or anything like that. I can use that whole area for different buildings, and this area for the other stuff. We're just gonna have to screw up the ground a little. That's really gonna screw it up, but bon voyage. Alright, so now we get a couple of buying things now. Yeah, it's gonna... that'll be fun, but adds to the fun and the realism, so now we can fill these guys up. Hopefully this one doesn't get super weighted down. So we're going to want fertilizer in that one. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. So... I'm going to need a... oh, there we go. I kind of did it on my own. I think it said on this map too that you could dig, and there's a water table under there where you could create a pond anywhere. If I could dig, it's like, I don't think I have any mods to do that. So we're clearly going to need a bigger tractor for that one. I was afraid of that, I couldn't remember. Hopefully I can, I should be able to just back right up and fill this one up and just detach and attach the other one. Both these have some pretty bad brakes. So we get lime thrown in this one. And for the time being, the other guy's too small. Thought I'd be able to get away with it because it's a tiny fertilizer spreader, but I did pump up the capacity. Actually, I don't want to do that anyway. Or at least get it out of the way, but I'm not going to want to hook up to this thing first anyway. So I start all games by screwing them all up and putting stuff down and messing up the ground. And I saw all the equipment, get what equipment I want. I don't think I really need to get rid of the house right now. Worry about that when I go to sleep. That's gonna be fun. Could always attempt to fix it later. XJ. Probably end up getting rid of all the sheds too, just to get better looking barns and sheds. But for the meantime, I'm going to drive on back to the fields that we started out with and we'll get going with that. First we're going to need to harvest it, and I guess first we're going to need before we can do this, we're going to need to bale it too or something, so we're going to have to get a baler or a loading wagon. It said increase the bale capacity though, so we might want to get a baler then, because it also has bale triggers for the animals, so if you just drop a bale like the old school days and let them eat it. I don't think that does anything, but I would extend it all the way out and lower it all the way down. And it added like straw swap to canola and soybeans, I think. This thing should hold 10,750, so with the trying to get all international and case equipment, That means I got rid of I didn't enable the Colossus. So I'm not going to be able to, not going to be able to have that harvester. I guess that's, we got plenty of room to turn around there, that's kind of unnecessary. But I'm gonna get to harvesting these 2 fields here, and then we'll see what I got when I'm done, because thought I was gonna save. We have nothing, so we'll see what we got when I got done off of these 2 fields, and then we'll go from there. Well, the big case tractor was having a hard time pulling this trailer, so I switched it up. At least he was pulling it at full speed, but... Alright, so I got 19,601 liters of sorghum, and then we got 25,000 liters of barley. You can't handle that trailer either. I was looking around for a piece of property to replace the house, or put a house down here. I think I might have found a better solution, and I'm going to actually go buy a piece of property instead of putting a house down right there in the same spot. And it's got a nice, we're going to need a cornfield, so it's got a nice cornfield right next to it too. Real small one, but looks like a nice field, so we're going to get on over there eventually. But first I'm going to have to buy, I think we're going to have to pick up a loading wagon and pick up that straw. Otherwise, if I buy a baler and a bale loader and everything, I'm going to be $100,000 deep, and I don't have any animals or anything yet, so I don't really necessarily need to worry about the straw. I need to keep the straw, so we'll see you in a second when we're loading and liming, and see you in a bit. I got ourselves our loading wagon. The Traction King is having serious technical difficulties pulling any trailers. We gotta line this here field. Line. Picking up all the straw, and then we're gonna have to line the field and go from there. I'm probably gonna switch up the crops. We'll see. But now we got that cornfield too, so we got a cornfield to start making the cracked corn for future chickens. No other different crops or anything this game. I typically I like canola just because it looks nice. If we have any money left over, to pick up one of these sunflower fields, but I highly doubt we're going to have enough money for that. So looks like we're really going to put this one to work. Don't really have enough money to buy a third tractor unless I start doing some cheating stuff. And Traction King doesn't look like he's going to be able to help with pulling trailers. He drives at 6 miles an hour when he's not even working. So we'll see you guys in a few bit. Time to line. Alright, we got the fields lined down. I got Joe over there helping me cultivate that field over there. I'm gonna mulch this one because it looks like it needs to be mulched. Probably doesn't. But we're gonna try and mulch it up. And then maybe go back and cultivate it, maybe not. Can't remember if I have to because I don't have a direct drill. Can't remember if I could plant right on top of this. We're going to plant canola on one field, and since I've been playing FS22, I don't think I've used oilseed radish, so we're going to get some oilseed radish going down. And then some soybeans after when it's time to plant those. I'm going to chop all that sorghum up. Let him do that field over there. Then I think it's going to be about time to close on our house. This guy's pretty slow. They're all pretty slow, actually. I'm going to have to start making some serious money to get some bigger tractors. So we'll see when we're closing on our house. Alright, we just closed on our house out here up in the very top corner, so we can be nice and quiet. And then we got ourselves a small little field over here, but it's 100% fertilized, so it should be get a little bit out of there, at least enough to feed our chickens. Once we get some chickens, probably get some chickens right going on right over here, right next to our house to keep us awake. So I gotta roll some fields and plant one more field, and we'll see y'all later. That's my way of starting up maps, and now it's time to get to work and get the work done. So see y'all later. Goodbye.